AI doesn't need to rebuild Slack. AI makes Slack obsolete by deleting the need for it. So I watched this video, and this gentleman is roasting the idea of a CIO who wants to rebuild Slack and save money. And listen, on one level, I agree with him. Rebuilding Slack feature for feature is a ridiculous goal. It's a massive product, and they want to rebuild it in a month. What if we don't need Slack-shaped communication at all anymore? That's what I think everybody's missing. Slack is a tool for a world where humans coordinate work by talking. And most of the time, the work isn't the message. The work is what happens after the message. But in an agentic world, the default becomes different. You don't ask a coworker. You don't wait for a reply. You delegate to an agent. The agent does the work, and you get the result, plus the receipts, plus the log of what changed. A huge percentage of Slack messages are not communication. They are requests for work. They sound like, can you pull those numbers? Can you update the doc? Who owns the ticket? What's the status? Can you schedule a meeting? Can you draft a reply to this customer? That's humans acting like an API. And agents turn it into an actual API. If an agent can pull the numbers, update the doc, create the ticket, find the owner, draft the email, and schedule the meeting, what exactly are we doing in Slack all day? We're mostly routing work through other humans. Agents remove that routing step. People assume the future still requires the same product. Slack is built for a world where humans are the routing layer. Who should see this? Who should respond? Who has context? Humans are the memory layer. What did we decide? What's the latest status? Humans are the integration layer. Paste the link, summarize the ticket, explain the context. And humans are the execution layer. When agents become routing, memory, integration, and execution, the UI can shrink dramatically, because you don't need an app that supports infinite conversation patterns. You need an app that supports delegation, supervision, escalation, and accountability. So what replaces Slack? A thinner console where you do 4 things: watch what the agent is doing, approve actions that are high risk, handle exceptions when the agent is uncertain, and audit what changed, when, and why. And yes, there will still be human messaging present, but it becomes the edge case layer, not the operation system. Nobody needs to build Slack. If your company tries to build Slack, that's a bad idea. But if your company says, we want a simple internal console where agents execute work and humans supervise and approve, that's a totally different scope. And because the agent is doing the glue work, your interface requirements get smaller. So yes, a small team can build a thin console for their own workflows, especially if the goal is not universal communication, but delegation and supervision inside their org. Now, I want to be clear, so this doesn't sound like hype. This doesn't mean the future is easy. It means the hard part shifts. The hard part is no longer threads, reactions, perfect mobile clients, and a million notification settings. The hard part becomes permissions and identity, data boundaries, audit trails, rollbacks, accountability, safety policies, and answering the question, who is responsible when an agent does something wrong? So if you're building, that's where the engineering effort goes. And if you're buying, that's what you'll pay for. But either way, the center of gravity moves away from chat all day and toward supervise the agents. So, does Slack disappear? No, but it gets repositioned. Slack becomes for sensitive conversations, culture and social glue, ambiguous debates, creative brainstorming, and incident war rooms when humans need real-time coordination. But the daily flood of messages, status checks, who owns this? Can you do that? What's the link? Can someone summarize? A lot of that gets absorbed by agents, because the best Slack message is the one you never had to send. And the best meeting is the one you never had to schedule. Agents are basically a machine for deleting coordination overhead. The requirements are changing. The future isn't build Slack or buy Slack. Slack becomes obsolete because the workflow shifts from asking humans to delegating to agents. What percentage of your Slack messages are basically just requests for work? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Have a great day and see you soon. Peace out.